Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of The Evening Sip with Richa, your go to podcast for the most intriguing stories from the world of crime, business, and horror. I'm your host Richa, and I'm super excited to kick things off with you today. If you love the captivating true stories, whether it's a dramatic courtroom battle, a chilling horror tale, or a business case that changes the game, you are in the right place. Every episode, we'll dive into the details that you won't find in your usual news feeds. So go ahead, grab a cup of tea, coffee, or whatever your evening sip is, and let's get started. So, guys, for our very first episode today, we've got a huge case that will really make you think. Imagine this: you're a small business trying to make it in the world, but the biggest player in the industry is actively pushing you down, making it absolutely impossible for you to be seen. You know who I'm talking about? It's Google. Yep. The tech giant we all rely on for everything from searching for the dinner recipes to checking the weather. But what happens when a company like Google uses its dominance to push the competitors down and manipulate search results? Well, that's exactly what happened in a 15-year long legal battle involving Shivaun and Adam Raff, a couple from the UK. And trust me, people, this case is a big deal. It's one of the most significant anti competition cases we've seen in a while. Now, people, please take a seat back and let me take you back a bit. Sean and Adam Raff weren't just an ordinary couple. They were the founders of the search engine called the Foundem, which was a direct competitor to Google. But they noticed something really shady going on. Google's search results kept ranking Google's own services at the top, for example, the Google Shopping, while pushing Foundem and other smaller competitors further down. This made it absolutely impossible for these small businesses to get any traffic or attention. And so the Raffs decided to take on Google. What started as a small complaint turned into a 15-year-long battle that would see them go up against the biggest tech company in the world. Sounds like a movie, right? Well, this story gets even more interesting further. Alright, guys, now fast forwarding to 2024. After a year of legal fights, the UK's competition regulators finally ruled in the favor of the RAFs. And get this straight, guys. Google was slapped with a record fine of 2.4 billion, which comes out to be approximately 26,000 rupees according to the Indian currency. Yup, 2.4 billion, guys. Why? Because Google was found guilty of an anti competitive practice, manipulating its search engine to favor its own services over everyone else's. This is a massive fine, and it's a wake up call to Google and really to all the big tech companies that the world is watching them very, very carefully. The Rafts weren't just fighting for themselves technically, they were fighting for every small business that has ever been pushed down by the giants in the market. So, guys, let's just break it down. Google was caught manipulating search engines to promote its own services like the Google Shopping, while pushing other businesses down the ranking in the list. This kind of practices can have a huge impact on the smaller businesses. If you can't get traffic from the Google search, you're basically invisible to the world, and we all know it. This case is a reminder of the power big tech companies hold and the importance of keeping things fair and competitive in the digital age. Because when one company becomes too powerful, it's the smaller businesses and the consumers who gets the short end of the stick. Always remember that, guys. But guys, here's the good news. The Rafs won. After all the hard work and patience, they finally got the justice. And Google has to pay a massive fine that we all discussed. This ruling is a big win for the competition, a big win for the consumers, a big win for every business that wants a fair share at being seen. It's a proof that even the giants can be held accountable in today's world. And that's a wrap for today's episode, people. I hope you enjoyed hearing about this amazing legal victory. I know you did somewhere, I did too. The Raff story is a huge milestone in the fight for the fair digital world, and it's a reminder for all of us that the justice can be done. No matter how big the opponent is, the justice will be served. It might be delayed, but it will be served for sure. It's a process that we have to trust in. If you love this episode, make sure to follow or subscribe so you don't miss on any further stories. From true crime to horror tales to business battles like this one, we've got a lot of exciting content coming up this week. Thanks for joining me today on the Evening Sip with Richa. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and take care, guys. Good night.